So then, boys and girls, as you can tell from the last video, I bought myself the composites cold air duct headlight replacement for track days. It's lovely weather, might as well make the most of it. So I thought I would spray it up nice and gloss black. So yeah, I just wanted to tart it up. By all means, this is not a how-to video. I'm a lot like you guys in respect to spraying, unless you obviously do it for a living. I am very much a novice at this, but I'm going to give it a go at spraying it up. I've done my research, I've watched the YouTube videos, and yeah, I'm going to use some products that I'm fairly comfortable using, that I've used in the past. It's only going to be tins, it's nothing extravagant, but yeah, let's just see how this goes. Actually not a bad build quality, to be fair. Just thought you guys might like a better look around it. This is what you will be buying if you do go for the CMC Composites duct. Build quality's there. Not sure on fitment yet. I haven't fitted it up against my car, but I'm going to tart it up now. It's about the same size as a headlight, so I can't see any reason why it shouldn't literally just be a straight swap. Drill the holes needed, and off you go. So I'm going to tart it up today. I'm going to start by roughing up the area, and well, I'm going to take it gloss black. So I suppose I best crack on. I'm going to start off with, let's see, I bought myself a Halford's assortment pack of sandpaper. By any chance, this is not a how-to video, not by a long shot, because I'm guessing at everything I do. Yeah, educational. Teaching myself as I go, as all you guys probably are doing at home. I mean, this is what cars are all about, isn't it? Learning. Alright. I'm going to start off with 800 grit paper and go from there. Right, so all you're looking to do is slightly rough up the paintwork. You want to knock anything shiny out of it if you can. I don't know how well this video is picking it up. Getting down there seems to be a bit of a pig, but I got down there in the end and, well, yeah, just roughed it up a bit. So yeah, you want to be trying to take all the shininess off. I know it comes pre-primered, but I am going to re-primer it and then apply the paint. But that's just me being finical, and then I know what base primer I've used, and fingers crossed it shouldn't react. So today I've opted for the Chromatic high build grey primer. I've used it in the past. I know that it's good quality stuff and it does the job for me, so I do recommend this product. Like I say, this is not a how-to. I'm using a high build primer because I find it to be very forgiving for novices like me. So yeah, you can always knock it back if you do a little bit too much. But yeah, that's why I'm using this one, because as I say, I find it very forgiving. Okay, that's that in primer. There's a couple runs here and there, but I'm just going to wait for that to dry. I'll probably get my heat gun out in a bit and give it a blow over. But yeah, getting in there is an absolute pig. There's a few runs in the drum, as you can see. I'm not even going to try, you know, lying to you. There's runs in there. But I'll tell you what, it's a pig to get in and spray out. But as I say, this stuff does seem very forgiving, and this is only the high build primer, so I can very easily just knock it back before I go around respraying it. Okay, so that's dried up nicely. I've just gone over it with another page of 800 grit paper. I've knocked out the worst of the run in there, but I'm not really too bothered because it is for track use only, so it's literally just going to be on the car for tracking it or going down the drag strip, well, just for cold intake. I don't know the rules and regulations about it being road legal, so I'm going to say it's probably not, but that would be worth researching. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, now I'm going to slap some of this clear plastic primer on. I hate using this stuff. It runs like piss so easily, and it's clear, so it just runs and runs for days. It's like trying to spray water. But I've heard that you need to put it onto plastic or fiberglass for it to take paint better. Like I said, this is not a how-to. I'm not even going to pretend to know what I'm doing because I very clearly don't. Yeah, I just want to take this to a nice presentable black finish. So let's crack on. That's the plastic primer on. I just need to wait for it to dry and rub it back. But while it's drying, the sun has come out. This is the best part of being up here. I mean, these views from the workshop are incredible. I love it up here. Could quite easily spend more time up here if I possibly could. But yeah, absolutely stunning. Oh. Yeah, all directions. The views just go on. But yeah, I love it up here. Comes with its perks. Okay then, boys and girls, I've left that to dry. Now I've got myself a tin of, I then rubbed it back with some 800, gave it another panel wipe. Always helpful in between coats to panel wipe and degrease, because you never know what's in the atmosphere. I mean, those views though, oh, you can work in worse places, can't you? Right, but anyway, yeah, I've just given it another quick rub down. Because it helps the paint bite into the paintwork, onto the primer. And the trick now is lots of light coats from the looks of things, because there's lots and lots of angles here. Lots and lots of angles, and if you're not careful now, this is where the runs really will come. My luck, it's going to be runs all over the shop, but I will probably redo this one at a later date regardless. So let's just get this one ready now. From what I've learned over the few little bits that I have sprayed, you don't really want to cover much more than that. In fact, being perfectly honest with you, as a first coat, I think I might put a little bit too much on. But you know, wait for this bit to dry, and then you give it a second coat where you're a little bit heavier, and then the third coat where you're, well, after letting it dry again, you give it another coat. And then right before you finish, you give it a nice hard wet coat in between letting it all dry up. And then fingers crossed, that should, yeah, that should come out nicely. So let's do this. Okay, to save you guys from boredom of me doing coat after coat after coat, that's it, all nicely sprayed up black. I'm actually fairly happy. Fingers crossed it doesn't react. I mean, you can see a good old reflection in that. I'm going to wait till tomorrow, where I'm going to probably leave it now till Friday. Today is Tuesday. My next day off falls on Friday. So probably wait till Friday, come back up here, give it a rub down, and then I apply then I'll apply the clear coat. So hopefully it should last. But no, I don't think I will need to redo it again, because I'm actually fairly happy with the outcome of that. So yeah, really, really good. Probably wait for it to go tacky a little bit, go over again with another can of, another layer of gloss black. And yeah, I'm very, very happy with that. Okay, I'm back. It's Friday. It's nothing like how I left it the other day. It is absolutely heaving it down. Wet as can be. And yet, I'm still insistent on spraying. Good job I've got a heat gun with me, otherwise it could make it very difficult. It's a plan of action now. As you can tell, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to flood it back, I'm going to polish it up, and then I'm going to go over with some degreaser wipes to get all that polish off. So hopefully it will knock the scratches out. And then I'm going to go over with my heat gun to warm it up, because it's a little bit nippy in the atmosphere here today. A little bit moist as well. Never good for spraying, but we're in England. I don't have a controlled environment. I'm in the workshop. It's not exactly a spray booth, but nevertheless, I'll make it work for me. So yeah, like I say, I'm going to heat it up, get it as warm as I can without making it affect the paint. Get your heat gun too close, it'll bubble and go to crap. Too far away, you might as well be using your mum's hairdryer. So, but there's nothing wrong with that. It does the same job. So if you are using a hairdryer, fair play. Yeah, I picked up my heat gun for about £7. £7 well spent. But yeah, I'm going to be flattening it back, polishing it up, panel wiping it, heating it up, lacquering it, a little bit more heat, and leaving it to dry. And after that, I'm going to try and trial fit it on the car. But yeah, let's crack on. So I left it over here to dry over the last 3 days. Let's have a look at it. Yeah. Oh, hang on a minute. There is a run. I don't know how well you can see that. That's come out. It's a fairly big one. So what I'm going to do is wet and dry some 1200 grit paper. Other than that, it's not really too bad. There's a couple little fish eyes in it. But yeah, so I'm going to wet and dry it with some 1200 grit paper. Then I'm going to polish it up and lacquer it up. I've got my 1200 grit paper and some water, just soaking it up. Now I'm just going to slowly work my way on here, just roughing it up a bit. I just want to try and knock this out, take out any possible little catfish eyes in there. Oh, fish eyes, sorry, catfish. I don't know where I got that idea from. I think it's because I was talking to Mother this morning about her baby catfish. But yeah, that's how I'm going to go about that. And yeah. It's not too bad, really. Not too bad. Surprising, considering I'm a complete and utter novice. Practice makes perfect, though, eh? And yeah, just like that, it's all rubbed back. I do believe all of the fish eyes have been taken out. I think I've got that run out, from what I can see. That run is no longer there, but I'll soon find out when I wipe over this panel. This one's just stained, it's not dirty. Yeah. The run is out. Now what I'm going to do next is get some good old-fashioned teacup on a microfiber cloth. Bring the colour up a little bit. And that's going to be my next step. Okay then guys, so that's the teacup applied, taken off, and as you can see all the fish eyes, well, the minimal fish eyes that were there have gone. Yes, It's looking duller from where I've rubbed it back, but the runs have been knocked out, and yeah, I am very happy so far. Next stage, after you've T-cut it, so I've 1200 grit, I've then T-cut. You can use many cutting compounds. I just used T-cut because it was there at home on my shelf. Next thing to do is to panel wipe it before applying your lacquer. You can pick these up from Halfords. They're about £1.50, so it's not breaking the bank. But if you use these and actually properly degrease any panels before, during and after spraying, it can minimise the risk of reactions and God knows what else happening to your paint in between. So yeah, for £1.50, you can't really go wrong because it could save you at least a tenner's worth of paint in the long run. So I'm going to apply that next, and then it's going to be starting to look at heat gun, warming up the air around it and the actual duct, and getting the lacquer on. Okay, so during weather like this, you want to slowly warm it up. Otherwise, nothing will bite to it, and you would have wasted your whole time. You notice as well how quite dull it is now? That's just the, so the lacquer can bite to the flat. Yeah. I'm just going to warm it through before you add your clear coat to it. Otherwise it'll react and fish eye and God knows what else. So yeah, when he's nice and warm now, I bought myself some Halfords clear lacquer. It's always a good idea to try and keep all the brands the same, that way you know they'll work together and, yet again, reduce the outcome of reactions. Just a friendly little tip I've picked up. Okay, so that's the clear coat added. I am actually very happy with how that's come out. Normally whenever I screw anything up when it comes to spraying, it tends to always be the clear coat. But no, that should polish up quite nicely when it's dry. Very, very happy with that. Considering I'm a chef by trade, and this is barely even a hobby for me. Very, very happy indeed. Okay then, boys and girls, one thing I have spotted, these holes, when it comes to fitting, haven't been drilled out from purchase. So you're going to have to do that yourselves if you buy one of these kits. What I'm going to do is, because this is made of fiberglass, I am going to super glue a washer on each side. So when I've made the hole, I'm then going to super glue and pinch them like a little clamp. So when you take your screw in and out, when it comes to track days or whenever you're using it, because it will have to come out for the road, I imagine, because I don't think this is road legal, but that's not going to stop many people. So yeah, I'm going to put a washer on each side just so I can make it last, because the last thing you want to do is split the fiberglass, especially when you've gone to this much effort to make it look this smart. But yeah, all in all, I reckon, we're not including buying this, but the materials and the paint to get it looking at this standard, I reckon I've got change out of £25. Yeah, I must have. I don't think I spent over 20 quid. I'll have a look at my invoices, but I'm pretty damn sure that to get this to where it is today didn't cost me any more than £20. I'd be very surprised if it did. So yeah, that is my CMC Composites headlight cold air intake, sprayed up and ready for track, apart from drilling the holes out. Thank you very much for watching today, guys. I do appreciate you guys viewing.